All right, welcome back to the Growth Factor podcast. I'm your host, Peter O'Kaiser, and today I want to really talk about something that is huge for myself and I believe is paramount for anyone. Doesn't matter what walk of life you come from, doesn't matter whether you're in a job, you're in a relationship, you're trying to build a business, you're building a brand, doesn't matter, right? And that is to build the right foundation. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because this is something for me that hindered a lot of my outcomes, that hindered a lot of my success, and it hindered a lot of my results because I tried to go from point A to point Z and fuck everything in between. That was my mentality, right? Give me the results, give me the now. And due to the fact that we're part of a society that's so dependent on instant gratification that the thought of prolonging anything just gives them anxiety, is something that I believe is absolutely 150% extremely detrimental to anyone's results, anyone's outcomes. Doesn't matter what your goals are, doesn't matter what your ambitions are. It really doesn't. Without the right foundation set in place for you to be able to build upon, it's not going to work out too well. 9 times out of 10, it will crumble 100%. If your intention is to go big, then it starts with the foundation. You need to be able to have the proper foundation for you to be able to build upon. Houses don't get built on mud, and that's for a reason. Buildings don't get built on toothpicks. Once again, that is for a reason. So what makes your empire any different? What makes you any different from everyone else? From everyone else that's put in the work, done the right things, followed the correct method, built the foundation, and then built their empire upon that. What makes you any different? A lot of people don't want to pay their dues up front in full. Why? Because we're so fixated on the instant gratification. We're so fixated on the now, that the thought of prolonging anything, the thought that something might take some time, energy, and effort gives everyone anxiety, right? Establishing your skill set, establishing your knowledge, then executing is the best place to come from. Now, I'm a big believer in, ready, fire, aim. Huge believer in it. I love taking action and just figuring out along the way. Because for me, it eliminates procrastination and I'm able to get more shit done. But if you don't have the proper foundation set in place in order for you to be able to take that action from, then it's not going to work out too well for you. It's going to start to crumble. And you see that time and time again with other people, with people that, achieve massive financial success, but then lose it really quick. Why? Because their foundation isn't set properly. They don't have the right knowledge, the right skill set to be able to hold that money and be able to duplicate that money, to be able to make smart investments, to be able to diversify and use compounding to their advantage for short-term and long-term investments, to create assets that continuously pay you. Like, there's a lot of things, right? But at the end of the day, if the foundation isn't set, you've seen the evidence. People get money, they lose money straight away. And you see it time and time again. You always see it. Why? Well, because people don't have the right foundation. They're not operating from a place where they have the right skill set, the right knowledge to be able to execute. And they get lucky, if that. Now, I'm not saying success is luck, not at all. But if you think you're going to be able to bypass this whole step, this whole process, and go from point A to point Z without doing anything else in between, without investing the time, energy, and effort that's required to establish that correct foundation for you to be able to build upon, then your empire is going to crumble. And it sucks. It sucks for a lot of people, But you know what? That's what it means to pay your dues. That's what it means to set the right foundation, to build the right foundation and go from there. Because people just want to completely bypass that. And it's just, you can't. You really can't, because it's a crucial part of the building process. It's a crucial part, whether you're in a job, whether you're in business, whether you're building a brand, whether you're launching a product, it doesn't matter. Okay. It's a crucial part. Because if you're able to establish your skill set, right, have the right knowledge and execute from that place, you're going to win. Regardless what happens to that building, you're going to be able to bounce back. Once again, you see that time and time again with people that lose everything and bounce back, then lose everything again, and then they bounce back. Happens all the time because that foundation is set. Now, it can mean a lot of different things for a lot of people. How you build a foundation might be different from me. How you do X, Y, and Z might be different from me, and that's cool. But my interpretation of it is all areas of your life. To have that mental, that emotional, that spiritual, that physical, and that financial fortitude to be able to build upon. That's what my foundation consists of. To make sure that my fortitude is impenetrable. It's like Fort Knox. And I continuously add to it every day. I continuously strengthen it every single day without fail. But most people have sandcastles at best. They don't have Fort Knox. They have a sandcastle. And what happens to a sandcastle? A small gust of wind comes and poof, it's gone. They're left holding sand in their hand going, what did I do wrong? But I believe it's not just something that you do once and that's it. I believe it's something that you build upon over time. It's something that you strengthen every single day. But how do you build the right foundation? I believe it comes from small incremental steps, small actions that you take every single day consistently over a period of time that compound. That's what I believe. Your interpretation might be different, and that's cool. The only reason why I explain it like this is just due to my own experience. What I had to go through, what I had to endure to make sure that I had the right foundation to build upon. Because for years, my results hindered due to this fact. I wanted to bypass everything and go straight to the last step. It doesn't work like that. It might for some, but 9 times out of 10, once again, it will crumble. For me, building my foundation is more important than anything else. And as I said, it comes from every single area of your life. Your mental, so focusing on yourself, focusing on your thought processes, your beliefs, how you operate, focusing on the emotional side of things, getting in touch with who you are at your core essence, getting in touch with your spiritual side, meditating, getting in touch with nature, staying on top of your physical health, going to the gym, eating the right foods, establishing the right financial foundation, figuring out what to do with your money. Figuring out what to do with your money before you've actually earned the money is the smartest fucking thing you'll ever do. If it's property, study the market. Study what it means to actually, own and operate property investments, rentals. What does it actually mean? How do you do that? Get to the crux of it. Figure it out. If you just want to trade stocks in the market, figure that out. Put the time, energy, and effort that's required to gain the knowledge, to gain the skill set, right? Like, this is what it means to build your foundation. It doesn't matter in what area of your life. You have to invest the time into it. You have to invest your energy. It's an absolute must. I'm a big believer in equal balance, right? That's how our universe operates, through equilibrium. There's balance of everything, good and bad. Same rule of thumb applies with your foundation. You need to be able to build the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, the physical, and the financial simultaneously, and turn that into a fortitude internally. Because for me, I believe it really does start from the inside out. You first create everything internally before you see anything external start to, hit your reality or start to express itself or manifest itself into what you believe it could be. It first starts from the internal, the intrinsic side of things. Developing your skill set, developing your knowledge, and then executing from that place. operating from a place of absolute certainty and conviction that you know mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially, you're fucking set. You're set. Nothing is going to happen. That building may fall. That building may crumble, but the foundation will stay. And every day I'll make small incremental improvements every single day to continue to build upon that foundation, to continue to reinforce it and strengthen it. That any building that I build upon, it doesn't matter if it's fucking 20 floors high or 150 floors high. It can withstand anything. It can withstand an earthquake. It can withstand absolutely anything. And it's super crucial that you understand that in order for you to build the right foundation, you have to be willing to invest the time, energy, and effort that's required to set that right foundation. Now, I don't want to be a broken record and continuously repeat myself, but that's what it is. If you want to know how to build the right foundation, well, look at what you want to achieve. Look at your goals and reverse engineer it. If you want to be a property developer and be a property mogul and have investments, well, what does that mean to you today? What can you do today to start establishing that? Same rule of thumb applies for business. What can you do today to start establishing that, to make that part of your reality, to start chipping away and reinforcing and strengthening that foundation, that for when the day comes, you're set. I'm a big believer in being rich in all areas of your life simultaneously. Don't let one side of your life drop. Keep that at a flow. Keep it balanced. Keep it all at the same level. Your growth needs to be at the same level continuously. If you focus on one area of your life more than what you focus on the rest, well, you're going to be able to see the cracks sooner rather than later. Because how you do one thing is how you do another thing. What you do in one area of your life, you're most likely going to do in another area. So how can you build that right foundation to be able to build this empire upon that without a doubt can withstand anything? All your dreams, all your goals, all your desires, anything that you want to achieve, it's already done. Even if it crumbles, you're able to build again. And making small incremental steps, improvements every single day that over a period of time compound, because that's what it's about. It's about the 1%ers that you do every single day. How can you improve your life mentally? How can you improve your life emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially every single day? Dedicate time for all those areas of your life simultaneously. Build that internal fortitude and create from there. Create from that place. Create everything internally first before you start to manifest anything externally. Don't be the guy that obtains the financial success and then loses it because he doesn't know what the fuck to do with it. Right? Don't be that guy or that girl. Set things in stone now. Be prepared. As I said, I'm a huge believer in the ready, fire, aim mentality. I am, right? I'm not saying you have to get all your fucking ducks in a row and wait for the planets to align and for the universe to give you the thumbs up before you start operating. It's not what I'm saying at all. All I'm saying is if you build the right foundation first, then you can make those fucking decisions like that. Then you can say, I'm ready. Let's just do the thing and figure this shit out along the way. Because if you try to do it back to front, it's going to be extremely detrimental and you're going to pay for it in the long run. 150%. Make those small improvements every single day. Build your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, and financial fortitude at the exact same time. Build that foundation strong. Make sure it can withstand any fucking earthquake, any bomb, anything that gets dropped upon it, it can withstand. And if you can operate and execute from that place, you'll be fucking untouchable. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want more content on a frequent basis, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Peter O. Kaiser and on Facebook, Peter O. Kaiser. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Much love and peace to you all.